It's like your signature color. Like it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't that.
Right? I discovered branding, I guess.
Exactly.
It took a while. It took a while because it's hard, when you're like, branding, what is it? Now I'm like, I got it.
Oh, totally. For sure.
All of the classes with Raquel and Elias and everybody is just paid off. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Are you going to her women's retreat?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I wanted to. Are
Yeah, yeah.
you going?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was one of
I
those where
actually,
like I had to. Like, how often do you get
yeah,
to go to like a small retreat with
I know.
Kelly and Raquel?
I know. And some of the girls are like, is Raquel gonna have another event, in Scottsdale? Because we'd like to go. And I'm like, I don't even know.
She said that she plans on having a few masterminds this year in person.
Okay, good.
Hey guys, what's up, Edmund, Timmy, Laura? What's up, Vino?
Hey, good morning.
Me. Hey, Laura, are you going to Raquel's event in March?
Toot toot toot. Hold on, muted.
That was
Can you hear me?
yeah, we heard the whole thing.
Oh my god, I thought it was muted. Great. Sorry, I'm putting together a listing agreement and trying to multitask. I really want to go, and then George Bryant is having an event the same weekend, and I'm torn, ladies.
I know. I don't even know who's going.
I think I know one woman who's going to Raquel's event.
Yeah.
Diana, she go. It sounds amazing though.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So
going. I know Gillian is going for I think in 2 days.
oh nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also going to I think it's Brent Grove's event in Cabo.
Yeah.
Like the first week of March. So I'm like, can I make all these things happen?
As long as it's not at the same hotel that you guys went to recently, right?
Oh my god, yeah. So this is Cabo Neck, Cancun. That was so bad.
I literally thought that that was just like people making like I thought because I saw some Jerry and someone else do a video on the hotel and I thought they were totally joking about it, but it
I
turned out
wish.
it was really like not good. So I was like,
Yes.
that's bad.
But the company was amazing. Such good people to be with.
Of course, of course.
Laura, I'm gonna have my friend Erin Grace meet you when you go. I'm gonna tell her to look for you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
Excited. Is she EXP?
she is.
Cool. Hey.
We should do like an event just for
Yeah, we should. We should do a mastermind, throw it together.
like a in-person one, huh?
A woman's
Yeah.
one, yeah.
The person.
That'd be so fun. Hi, Pat.
Hey there, how's everybody?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
What's up, Perla?
It's the women's mastermind. Can I come or no?
If you put my dress on. Just kidding. Nevin and Edmund are like, what the hell's happening here? All right. So we got people chiming in. So I've already okay, so let's go ahead and get started. People will continue to come jump in. So you guys, I'm so excited for JoEllen. JoEllen's with EXP, and I actually met her. It's so funny how many people I met at Raquel's event in Arizona who live locally next to us. Like the Dream Team, I met them at Play Bigger. JoEllen, I met you at the Play Bigger women's event 2 years ago. And it's like, you guys are all in this area with me. And I'm like, what the heck? I meet people in Arizona more than I meet people here in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's so neat. I love it.
Right. So JoEllen has found a very special niche that I wanted you guys to hear about. I heard her speak at Loida Velasquez's what does she call that? Her mastermind. And I just thought this, this is a great opportunity to like learn different things. Like we all hear about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, but like JoEllen's doing something special with Nextdoor. So I wanted to have her on here, share with you guys what she's doing and any tips that she has, and then also let you guys ask her questions at the end. So I'm gonna pass it off to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. So I moved from the Bay Area to Cameron Park, which is a small little town, right? Coming from Walnut Creek. And I got my license in 2019 and I moved to Cameron Park in 2022. So kind of still being a new agent, trying to figure things out. I moved to a new market and I'm like, how am I going to meet people? How am I going to stand out? What can I do? Now, I took all the different classes like on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Krista Mayshore, all of the classes. So there's one thing I thought, and that was the Nextdoor app. I'm going to use the Nextdoor app to become known in my neighborhood. And that's exactly what I did. So Nextdoor, basically, it's some people will say, oh, there's a lot of complainers on there, you know, bitching, yelling, a lot of all the things, right? And I know that because I was on it when I was in the Bay Area. But what I did was I was just like, that's okay. I'm going to wash all that stuff out and I'm going to come from community. I'm going to come from holding events and I'm going to invite the neighbors. And that's what I did. I had my first popcorn movie night in my front yard, brought the popcorn machine out, door knocked the neighborhood, put it on Nextdoor, and guess what? People came. We had blankets on the front yard. I mean, it was so fun. So I did that. Then I did an ice cream social. And then I came up with this idea that I want to hold 12 events tied to 12 charities. And so I called myself and I tried to but get some other agents involved, and it was called 12 Strong. 12 agents committed to holding 12 charities in a year. Well, I ended up being all by myself and doing it, but I still did it. And those charities were, for example, one was a purse drive. So what I did was I put everything on Nextdoor that I'm having a purse drive for Dress for Success out of Sacramento. I'm having a women's event. Does any neighbors have any purses that are gently used that they would donate? Well, next thing you know, I got a flood of messages. Yes, come to my house. Now I'm in Cameron Park. I'm at their front door, meeting them face to face, these beautiful homes, and just, making connections with them. I get the purses, I have the event, then that content of everything that we did goes onto Nextdoor, thanking the neighbors. Look what we did together. We were able to give over 365 purses. Then the nonprofit organization gave me a shout out as like the Women's Month for February. So then I turned around and took that information and populated it back on Nextdoor. So now I've become a community builder, right? And not one time was I sharing about I was a realtor. However, they know I'm a realtor because it says it in my profile and they see me at all my events that I'm posting. So that's how it all started. And then in February of 2023, I asked for the business for the very first time. And what I said was, has anybody heard of a rumor of anyone looking to sell their home that's not currently on market? I have a sweet family looking to move here. And that got me into 8 expireds to their doors, previewing their homes. And then one was, I want to sell my house. Come list me, full 6%. And I was like, yes, this is my opportunity. So I get the listing. It's a senior client. I help her do a garage sale. And the home happened to have a assumable loan on it. Okay, so the for sale sign goes up. I'm now doing a video with my lender in front of the home saying, this home has a VA assumable loan on it. Does anybody know anybody who would want to be interested in assuming this loan? Next thing you know, people were just buyers. Even just people in the neighborhood that were like, my kids want to live here. Can you interview, and then my lender, she got to process 12 applications. So started there. Then once the house sold, we did all the content on the come look at this beautiful house, come have popcorn with us, this new home just popped up. Now, what I need to be very careful is that in the beginning, if I did post anything that had to do with real estate, I would get banned really quick. So I knew I had to be very careful with my words, come from community and educational, and then it'll get through. So next thing you know, my open houses were getting through. People were coming to my garage sale estate sales from Nextdoor. So I've done this about 5 times last year. So every time I had a garage sale, they knew the house was coming up for sale. And then now people are recognizing me. So that's how I started. And now people, I was at a restaurant most recently. Are you JoEllen Brooks from Nextdoor? You know, thank you for all the great information you're posting. He looked at his wife and said, she's our local realtor. There you go. I'm winning. That's what I wanted.
That's
You know?
awesome. Quick question. How are you maneuvering through not being so real statey, like when you're posting content? Like, can you give us an example of like, you know, trying to get your open house on there or like
Yeah, so like
wiggling in?
yeah, like a listing video. I love where we live. Look at this beautiful area of Shingle Springs. And it was my listing video. You know, open house. Come have sushi and sake with me tonight. You know, that's how it's getting through. It's like I'm being more neighborly and inviting people to do these things together.
Oh my God, I love it. So if someone was to jump on Nextdoor today to be to create raving fans in the community, what are some of the tips that you have for them?
So I would say definitely start with maybe a food drive, a purse drive, a pajama drive, a sock drive, a blanket drive, something that you're showing that you want to be a part of community. And it doesn't take that long. It's a quick post. Also, you can just say, good morning, neighbors. You know, how was did your home hold up in the storm? You know, just post something that's starting to get you to get some engagement. My views get up to 10,000 views now on Nextdoor. I have this thing called hashtag Nextdoor famous, and that came about because last summer we went to a party that I really didn't know anybody. My husband knew his friend, and then someone had said, "Oh, JoEllen, I saw that great recommendation for you on Nextdoor. I just had to screenshot it and send it to Emily." I looked at my husband, I winked, and I said, "Hashtag Nextdoor famous," and he's like, "Oh my gosh." So, and it's true, I have 19,000 people in my community and over 10,000 people are seeing me from El Dorado Hills, Cameron Park, Shingle Springs. So you got to think about it. They see my for sale signs, they see me at the store, they, you know, they
And
see.
from what I understand with Nextdoor, you have like a specific community, but does that get pushed to the other communities around El Dorado as well?
Yeah, would you give me share screen rights and I can take you guys through my Nextdoor?
Yes, let me, all participants. Okay, I think you're good.
Okay, let's see. Share screen.
So ideally, this is kind of like what you use instead of, I mean, kind of in addition to Facebook.
So I use Facebook, I use Instagram. I'm saying that Nextdoor goes with door knocking like Batman and Robin, because this is geo-farming next level. This is geo-farming 10 times Facebook, because these are actually people in the neighborhoods that you're farming.
Got it. And you have to live there in order to create an account, or?
No, you don't have to live there. So you can create an account. I started all this on my personal account. But you'll see this is JoEllen. Then I have a business account. Now I just most recently set up this business account because I added my company. Let's see if it's gonna let me see. I added my company, my DRE number. I don't know if it's gonna let me share. Sometimes they're
So you started off with a personal.
just a personal, yes, just a personal account. And then I most recently added this business account so that people could see who I worked for. They can actually look, I have 12 favorites, 5 recommendations now, 70 page visits. This is brand new business page that I just created. And I wanted to see about getting the recommendations on here because I'm getting recommendations already on my personal account. But now I decided to start asking people to send me recommendations over to my business account. So you can see that they're recommending me. And so this is really good to have with your personal account because then, like I said, they can go in and kind of look at like, oh, okay, who does she work for? You know, so I have that now. And then this is my personal account. And I've done all this new branding. And
The color.
I'm basically your Nextdoor realtor.
Yeah.
Is what I'm doing. Let's see. I'll show you my
Your
profile.
color even matches the Nextdoor color.
Yeah. And I most recently had this logo made, and look at the N and the end of my name. So it's the Nextdoor, your Nextdoor Realtor. Now I just need to get my signs made.
Yeah,
So,
love that.
so they see that. So this is what my profile looks like. Sports mom, your Nextdoor Realtor living here in Cameron Park. I'm a CASA volunteer. I'm a Rotarian. So I put everything there and my phone number and my email so they can get a hold of me. So definitely highlight the things that interest you, or if you're a dog mom or your kids play soccer, whatever it may be, just highlight all the fun things in there so they can get to know you through your profile. I've won these awards: a combo starter, event planner, visual artist. I'm working on my business supporter. I have 12 faves already. Okay, so this is an example of when I posted this last weekend. I was watching that Netflix Griselda, and I actually saw somebody on Facebook post this, and I just literally copied the image and the wording and just posted it on Nextdoor. So help looking for some movies and series on Nextdoor and Prime. And then wait till you guys see this. You're going to be blown away. Look at the views. 71 comments, 6 reactions.
And that's just from your immediate neighborhood, huh?
Well, it could also get back to your point. So when you go on to Nextdoor and you create an account, in the settings, you can write you can look for neighborhoods to follow, and you can follow as far as you want. I have people following me all over the United States.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Just they're agents, but yeah, but no, you can follow any neighborhood that you want. Here's the insights: 71 comments. So you got to imagine it's really easy to get raving fans when you're doing things like this, because you're getting all this engagement and content. And once you get the comments, make sure you go back and you like engage with everybody. So those are all the comments. That's one. What I also want to teach you guys is I did a home evaluation drop in November. I got 11 CMA requests from one home evaluation. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. From one home evaluation. That was November 7th. I went live with the listing on December 15th in El Dorado Hills. From dropping a home evaluation that cost $0. I used to pay $300 a month for postcards to go out. What was my home worth? So let me show you what that looks like. This is my feed. Whenever I volunteer, I post all that in there. Again, it's showing that I'm big in community. I hosted a fire class, a class on fire and homeowners. A lot of people in Nextdoor are very upset that insurance companies are canceling them. So I heard it and I brought it to them, and I had a great turnout on this Safe Home Summit. So I post all my events in Nextdoor because, again, I want my neighbors to come, right? I want all the homeowners to come. This was fun. I was looking for a fur coat, more engagement. This was save the date for the event that was happening. So you can post events in there. You can also sell items on there. Let's see if it's going to let me get through. Here's a home evaluation that I did in January. This got me 8 home evaluation requests, but if you see the verbiage, Happy New Year, New Year, new value. If you've ever wondered about your home's value, here's a free tool. You're welcome to use it at your convenience. Feel free to check it out after trying it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and accuracy. So all they do is click on the link. They add their information. This is my CRM where it goes into. These are all sellers. I had over 30 something requests from sellers for home evaluations. Now, when I did the postcards in 1 year, I only had 3 people scan the QR code. I mean, this is what we need to be teaching: how to be hyper local, how to build leads for free. So out of 30, I have 1 active listing. I have 1 that and 2 that I'm talking with that they're doing a remodel. And the rest all went into my database and got reports from me.
Nice. And then I'm assuming before people drop these, home evaluation thing, you recommend doing more personable stuff just so you can kind of get your name out there on a more personal level before you
Yeah.
get in with real estate.
100% is try to build, just that you're a local neighbor, that you live in the area, or that you're big on community. This is something that I posted again. I took this from somebody off of Facebook and I rewrote it, added the picture and 48 comments. And I think this got 10,000 reviews, 9.1 thousand. So, this is how to farm. Now, what I also do is, I don't know if everybody's farming here, but you get a list from your farm of, like, I do homeowners that have been in the area for 30 plus years and that have stairs and no mortgage. I also do 30 plus years stairs because it's basically seniors that are the ones that are going to be selling in our community right now. And they're on Nextdoor. I want to say that the average age is about 65 who are looking at my post. Maybe a little younger, but I would say that that's the average. But if you can start just posting engaging stuff like what are you having for dinner tonight? I need some new recipes. Just start. And I'm trying to see, how do I stop sharing?
Up top.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So I'm sorry. I've lost my train of thought. I want to get back to the title leads. So do you pull title farms, with the addresses and the homeowners' names? Anybody?
Oh, sorry. Say that again. Do we pull?
I do.
Like a farm from title?
I
Yeah.
do that. Mhm.
Okay, so what I do is I get my farm, I look at the names on the list, and then I go into Nextdoor and I search them, and then I connect with them on Nextdoor. So now when I drop off a CMA, it's already warm. They already see me in the neighborhood. They know who I am.
That is
Oh.
genius. I'm sorry. My mind is just absolutely blown. Think about that. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it's crazy. It's taking your geo farm to the next level. Like, forget Facebook, forget Instagram. If you want to farm and become like known in your neighborhood, it's get the title farm, search their names, connect. Now you're at an open house. Oh, how did you see the open, or how'd you hear about the open house? They might say Zillow or Redfin or whatnot. And you could say, oh, I was just wondering if you saw it on the Nextdoor app. And they might be like, oh no. And they'd be like, oh, okay, are you on Nextdoor? And then the chances are they're going to say yes and say, oh, well, let's connect. Get their name, boom, connect. Now they're following everything that you do. So
I'm done. Like that in like 2 seconds. I've honestly, sorry, I'm like no video because I'm kind of eating. But I tried to tackle Nextdoor for the past year. I always get blocked. We've hosted like new build events, and those are the only ones that have gone through. And I did try to reword some of my posts, like, hey neighbors, if you have family or friends looking to move into our awesome area, KB Homes is opening up, and then send the info. It stayed on for like 2 days and then it got blocked.
yeah. So I don't know. In the beginning, I got blocked, but then I learned how to change the verbiage. And then sometimes when I would get blocked, I would literally write them a detailed letter and saying, I'm not sure why this is happening, because plumbers and all other different entities, they actually self-promote themselves. But we as realtors are not allowed to self-promote or other companies. But what I did one time at a new build here was I went and got in the pool in the Flamingo and made a cute little flyer or a little post that said, look at this cute community. Who's interested in taking a tour with me? I actually went to the home of 3 ladies, picked them up and took them down there and got them on the list. And then somebody tried to make a rude comment, like, you're always just trying to post all about these, something with homes or whatever. And then another neighbor was like, JoEllen, those people can just keep scrolling, because I don't know why they care, because thank you for letting us know about that new senior community in Folsom, because I have friends from the Bay Area that want to move here. Keep scrolling. And so it's like, okay.
So they're
although
sticking
I have
up
my,
for you.
I don't have my sneaky suspicions, you know, suspicious, like who's doing it. It's probably like another realtor, right?
Yeah, I do have a question for you, JoEllen. Because I went on a Nextdoor mastermind last year and they did say not to create a professional account. Have you seen like a difference in interactions and in your insights when you did create it and you started working? And then do you mostly do all your activity on your real estate account?
Yeah, no. So I've had a personal account for the last 18 months. This like couple weeks ago was the first time I added a personal account, business account. And in the business account, I just added my information, what I do in the neighborhood, my EXP, my DRE. And then I started sending that link to people I know in the community and asked them if they would give me a recommendation, and it hit a fave, like my fave. And so now it's so funny, one of my Rotarians, he's like, look, and he's like, I got 1,000 views on recommending you. So it's like, you know, I'm doing that, but no, my personal account is strictly for being a neighbor in the community, a resource. There's another thing too. If you look on there and see what people are talking about, they're talking about who needs donations? Where do I do this? You know, you just be the resource and be like, I got it for you. I'll pick it all up. Let me take care of it, you know? Or, hey, who's looking to get rid of donations? I have a place that's looking for them.
So now that you have both personal and business, are you still mostly interacting with personal and then just sending people you already know to your business just as a reference guide that you are a realtor type thing?
I guess I don't really have to send, I'm only sending it to people for a review and for them to favorite me.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, but otherwise it's spreading right now. It's spreading from the other people in the neighborhoods that gave me the review. Oh, and then another cool thing too is being in this new area, not really knowing so many people, but most recently, on the Facebook group chat in El Dorado County, someone was looking for a realtor, and someone from my next door said, reach out to JoEllen Brooks. I was like, so I'm like, you know, it's all just things that are just growing and growing. I would say, you know, last year I got 10 listing appointments. I didn't close all of them because of whatever reason, but I majority got most of them. I built a new following in the community. I have listing already ready to come right now into this year from people that I've met. So, and again, you guys, that cost me nothing. And I made, you know, a lot of money on that.
I have a question for you. I live in a community where we have HOA, and the HOA is hyperactive. Like they do events for everything. So I don't really have an opportunity. Well, I mean, I do, but because they do so much here, would you recommend that I post those events to Nextdoor because they don't have a Nextdoor?
Yes. Yeah,
Like-
and that's the thing. You can reshare anybody's post that you feel is you know, is beneficial to the community. And you might want to reach out to your HOA and see if you can sponsor one of those events.
I
Or
have
just join
another
it,
agent.
Rose, join it.
Huh?
I have another, well, I have another agent that's actually on the events committee.
Yeah, trying to think. Well, can you do anything? Are you, because I just went with my new sponsee to her area where she has an HOA, and they're gonna let her create her own club.
Yeah, I could do my own club.
There you
as
go.
long as I have so many neighbors who are,
You just need one, right? To
I
start it
think-
with?
no, I think I need like 8 maybe.
8. So that's something I would post on Nextdoor. Hey, you know, I'm looking to start a club. What would be, you could do a poll. What do you think we need in the club? And start thinking, or go through Nextdoor and see what they're talking about.
Okay.
And how to create that club based on what they're talking about.
Oh my God, I love it. All right, guys, does anybody have any questions for JoEllen when it comes to Nextdoor? This is like, I feel like this is such a good niche and such a great way to really become hyper local, super involved in your own community. I know a lot of us are kind of all over the place. It's me and Steven, we're driving all over the place for,
Yeah.
and it's like nice to hear like, you know, you can be so hyper local that you're really like within your community.
Yeah, and it's Nextdoor, and I think 1 out of 4 people are on the Nextdoor app. And I've done a lot of research on the business side of what Nextdoor is selling to agents, and that a lot of complaints are the ads. They've got no ROI, they're not getting anything, they're spending a lot of money, it's hard to get out of the contract, but yet Nextdoor is basically teaching agents exactly what I'm doing, but I'm doing it for free.
And so you don't advertise with,
Just all my own content. I don't pay any ads on Nextdoor. And you guys can go follow me, JoEllen Brooks in Cameron Park, and then you can just take some time, you know, go through and just look at my language, see what I'm doing, read the comments, and then just R&D it, like just copy it. And we need to have events anyways, right? I mean, put all the events on Nextdoor.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. Anybody have any questions? How to get started?
Oh, I'm totally gonna use this for my upcoming listing. So I'm selling my home here in Elk Grove, but a mom and I partner. We've thrown 2 events together in our community. We do a big Easter egg hunt and then a Halloween potluck. I never know how to tap into my neighbors. My mom neighbor just tells and yells at people that I'm a real estate agent, and I'm just like, oh my God. But yeah, so I'm excited to implement and really utilize my toddler. Okay, baby. And implement this in the next few months.
Yeah, and just don't worry about the naysayers, or like even if they do make some weird comment, there's another thing. In the Nextdoor app, you can mute people. So if you get a comment on there that you don't like, you can mute them. And you can block.
I
So
love
I'm excited. Sorry, it's dream team.
yeah,
I have a question, I guess. I do a mom's group and I have like 800 members already, and I started a few months ago. Yeah, so I'm trying to see how I can implement that into Nextdoor, because I do have like a Solano mamas group.
mhm.
And I feel like it is hard to reach them sometimes. So I'm wondering if more people, if they're not on Facebook, do you see them more so on Nextdoor or?
Well, that's yeah. If you just basically wait, are you you can create groups on Nextdoor.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can create your mom's group on Nextdoor.
Okay. Because I have one, it's strictly on Facebook, and the Instagram one I have is just not, it's not as big of a following as Facebook. And I don't like how you can't really like schedule events on there.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if whether you can link it to Nextdoor or if that's something you just make a new one.
You would just make a new one. And that's the thing about Nextdoor too, is so they're using AI basically right now to look for certain things, and they're trying to teach people to be more kinder. They don't want the more, bad comments, or also you can reproduce some of it, but you definitely really want to be authentic and intentional with what you're doing through Nextdoor. So like really, manifest it. I'm going to create this group. I'm going to grow it. Like be really intentional. Don't, some people are like, oh, well, can we do like a scheduled content? But you're missing the point. It's to be really authentic and intentional, and that's how you're going to grow. But I would definitely create the moms group in Nextdoor and not try to have it. I don't know if it could carry over. I probably can't. But I would do that. And then also the thing about Nextdoor is don't be afraid to meet friends. Like I have coffee with these little senior ladies now. My husband's trimmed their trees, like you're going to create this mom group, and then you're going to get together and do things. So
and it'll
Okay.
be super hyper local, Taylor.
hyper
Yeah, I'm
local.
trying to really dive into the neighborhoods out here, because a lot of my moms are from Vacaville, which I'm in the smaller town of Dixon.
Yeah.
And I already do weekly events, and then I do monthly kid-free events. So I guess I could put those on there.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to do that, because think about it. That's where your neighbors are. If they're there, 1 out of 4 are there. They probably are there. I'm sure they are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
it's the way Nextdoor is growing, everybody's going to be on it. And it's starting to become like a Facebook. If you start looking at it, if you go through mine and the people's, you'll see.
And I know also, if let's say you're in a new community, Taylor, and they don't have a Nextdoor, because this is what happened to me in San Ramon. While I wish I would have done what you were doing, JoEllen, but I did start my own Nextdoor when it first
Yeah.
came up. And they can actually send postcards to the community, inviting them to Nextdoor.
Yes.
So Nextdoor does that. The owner of the community can request for neighbors to be sent postcards.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe maybe make friends with the owner of whatever community you are there in Dixon and just remind them to like invite more neighbors.
Or you can even do your own postcard and invite them on Nextdoor to connect, or you can make a flyer, or, you know, again, if you get your title, if you get the list of homeowners in your neighborhood from title, you can go search their names on Nextdoor and then connect with them.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, because I've heard my neighborhood is a bad farming neighborhood because nobody moves. So we're actually right on the border of all the new builds. But ours is not specifically one. So I've been trying to wonder how I'm going to
Well,
catch
eventually
their attention.
they're gonna move and
Mhm.
might have somebody that's gonna want to move in, right?
Mhm.
And with all the new builds there, they're gonna want to upgrade their home at a certain time, and then they're gonna want their family members to come and check out the new builds too. So that's
Yes.
what we've been seeing is a lot of people who want to now upgrade to a newer home, or they're coming here from a different area, or they live here and then they have relatives who now want to move.
Yeah, I've also done, you'll probably see when you check out my profile, I did a Halloween contest last year where I got the neighbors to, you know, if they were going to decorate, I was going to enter them in to win some gifts, and that went over, like, people loved it. So you can do porch contests, you can do get together and have maybe a barbecue in the summertime. Just all of the things that you can do, like your Easter egg pop by, but connect with them on Nextdoor and then send them a little DM. Hey, I'm dropping by a pop by today. You know, if you have any questions,
Do you
or
have your own link on Nextdoor? So like you can create a QR code, like, hey, connect with me on Nextdoor or something, and then have a QR code.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can do that. I'm still like working on all that stuff too, because that's like my next thing. But yeah, absolutely. Like at my open houses are going to be with me on Nextdoor, but I'm getting their information too. But we definitely want to get Nextdoor because again, you can connect with them on Facebook, but they might not really be in your neighborhood. But Nextdoor, they're going to be in your neighborhood. I mean, gosh, we could just go have a table at Safeway and I don't know, do a fundraiser and be like, connect with me on Nextdoor, or do the grocery carts, connect with me on Nextdoor, like whatever it is. We just need to be hyper local using the Nextdoor app. This is going to take geo farming to the next level. Nobody's talking about this, you guys. I've done so many classes already with so many agents that people are blown away. And if I can do it, you guys can do, everyone can do it.
Hey, JoEllen, can you hear me?
Yes.
So we've been very consistent with YouTube and Instagram, and that's kind of been our platforms. And it feels like consistency is the name of the game. Stick to something, but don't hesitate. I mean, don't be afraid to try other things till you crack the code, right? How does Nextdoor, is it kind of the same thing? You just kept plugging away, we're consistent, trying new things, and all of a sudden it started to work?
Yes.
Is it like other platforms?
Yeah, I would say so. I feel like it is like the other platforms, but for me, I feel like these are where my clients are. Like, I don't really feel like I don't get business on Instagram or Facebook really, but however, I'm getting recommended now on the Facebook group chats. So yeah, once you start connecting with your neighbors, you never know where that business is going to take you. My most recent event that I did on fire insurance, 3 gentlemen came from Serrano and now have asked me to come speak on their HOA board of homeowners with my team of speakers. So it's like, whoa, that's, you know, and all from them seeing it on Nextdoor. I don't know if they would have saw it on a Facebook group. I don't think Facebook doesn't give you the data who's looking at it. Nextdoor gives you your data of how many people are looking at
If I know Rose, I'm not with her right now. She's all over this.
it.
I'm serious. She
Well,
doesn't wait. She's all over it right now.
I actually downloaded the app when I saw you on Loda's thing. So just so you guys.
Yeah. And then there's like National Neighbor Month in October. I'm gonna throw a big barbecue in the park and I'm inviting all the neighbors. So
I
like,
love that. No, this is awesome. You know, it's definitely a great way to know your neighbors. And, you know, people spend a lot of money on like farming and all this stuff, but like, you know, people have a hard time being consistent, being in front of the neighbors. So I know I've farmed, I do a lot of postcards, and then once,
Yeah.
you know, every few months I'll like walk around and drop some stuff up, but we're not really like knocking on doors or whatever, right? Because it's nerve-wracking, but this is a great passive way to stay in front of people without like, you know, being worried about being salesy or whatever. It's like you're really getting to know them on a personal level, but at the same time, you're creating raving fans.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great opportunity for everyone here to kind of dominate the market, hyper local, and just be that professional. Can you tell us a little bit more about like kind of the stuff that you're posting, just so people can have an idea? I know you scrolled through it, but maybe have a couple that you can explain. And then I'd actually be interested in what you did for that or the homeowners insurance thing, because that is a huge thing here. A lot of people are having a hard time. I mean, even I had my insurance company leave and say they can't insure us because we're in a fire area, and I'm like, where are the trees in my neighborhood? Like, there's no trees. We're in a new community. So what was that event, and what did you guys cover? Just trying to give people ideas of different events and stuff.
Yeah, so that was a really great event. I think anywhere in California you can hold this event. I'm going to create a slide on who to contact, but basically I had my farmer's insurance rep there, defensible space inspector, fortress, and a water hardening guy. So basically they talked about all the things. What was really neat about the water hardening guys, he talked about like the new materials that we can use, like for fencing, concrete siding, those things. And then myself as a realtor, what I was able to touch on was that if you've had these upgrades, or you've made these upgrades, it's really imperative that your realtor puts that on the MLS, because there's times that I've seen these homes that had them, but yet it didn't mention that, you know. And so then they asked me, well, what are you doing about the fire insurance and quotes and stuff? You know, that's where I said, well, whenever I have a listing, I always make sure I have a quote in my disclosure package for the new buyer to see. So they thought that was really helpful too. And El Dorado County, we're getting ready to release a new ordinance on the fire. So that's information that they need to know about. But I'd be happy to share everything with you. You can even use my contacts and create the same event. You know, it was good. And then other things that I post is just typical stuff like what's trending that they're watching, I'm looking for recipes for the family. I got a letter from Open Door, and I took a screenshot of the Open Door and posted on there. If anybody received this letter, let me know. I'm versed in Open Door. And I got a lot of, questions on that. So that's educational pieces. Like when you're getting the same things or know about what's happening in the neighborhood, and then you post that, now you're the expert, right? I'm bringing these events on Safe Home. I'm now the expert, even though I'm not the speaker, but I put it together. So I'm basically just highlighting myself and maybe using other people, right?
Awesome.
But I would say just follow me on Nextdoor in Cameron Park, and then it's all right there.
Perfect. All right. So who here is gonna get on Nextdoor? Isn't this awesome? All
And then
right.
we should all get together and create a movement and like wear Nextdoor shirts and like, I don't know, get noticed on Nextdoor or something. But I don't know if they're gonna be happy about me teaching people this stuff.
Well, as long as people are giving value and being a good neighbor, I think it should be good,
Yeah.
because it's a culture that we're creating. It's not like we want to go out there and, you know, get a whole bunch of salesy people out there. Like you're
Yeah.
telling them to create relationships and to be a good neighbor. I mean, all these drives that you're doing for charity, like that's huge. Bringing the community get together. Now, if you were telling people to post real estate stuff all the time, and this is a great way of having leads or whatever, then that's something different than what you're offering. And I think what you're doing is giving value not only to the realtors, but you're giving so much value to the neighbors who are going to receive our content, because it's a very different thing.
Absolutely. Well said.
All right, you guys, I'm very surprised you guys are all quiet. Anybody have any more questions? Because I'm jazzed up. I've been asking questions since you got on because I'm like, tell me more.
Yeah.
Do you ever post? So our team is heavy on reels. Do you ever, and we do like small business Saturday highlights. Have you posted those type of videos on Nextdoor and it staying there? I
Yeah,
feel like I
actually,
have PTSD with Nextdoor.
yeah, so I have another thing that I do in Nextdoor, and it's basically basically giving. It's like I would say my magnet. And what it is I offer to help somebody go through their garage or their closet to help them get rid of stuff because they really need a buddy. They don't know where it goes. And then once you get in with them, you're building relationships because you're talking about, oh, that was their mom's or that was their daughter's when she was 5. You're building real connections. And I do like a talking head video and I put it in there. And I mean, that response was so crazy. I got into like 3 garages, made friends with the ladies. And, I said, instead of volunteering at the assisted living community, I can volunteer here in our community, helping be a buddy with, letting go some things. So that's that. And then I'll do a reel on me at my seller's house, doing an estate sale, cleaning up. And then I talk about this is what I do as a realtor beyond the sign. And that goes in there. And people are like, what a fresh approach this is. They love it. So yeah, my reels go into Nextdoor and live videos. You can do live videos too.
Oh, great. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, guys?
Well, I just want to jump on here and say thank you so much, JoEllen. I have already jumped on and Nextdoor and I friend requested you.
Yeah.
And I am your 7th like on your post. So, and I posted something in the middle of that. Today is our 3-year wedding anniversary and our kids are cooking dinner for us. So I just said, hey neighbors, dinner ideas. Our kids are cooking dinner for us for our anniversary. So let's see how that does.
Yeah.
I see you, nephew.
Good job. Happy anniversary. And yes, and people are going to
Thank
be like,
you.
happy anniversary. What great kids. Like you're going to get all the things. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
So testing it out.
Yeah.
I also feel with kind of anything we do in real estate, whichever avenue we choose, we just can't expect things to happen right away. It's a long game, consistency game, and just keep doing it. And through that process, we're going to get naturally better and we're going to find things that are working better. And I feel like sounds like Nextdoor would be similar, right? Are we willing to start it and play the long game of building that trust from people following us and then starting to dabble in adding things in real estate and then taking it to where you've taken it, Jolene? That doesn't happen overnight. And I don't think anything happens overnight. Once in a while, we do get lucky and those are cool days, but we can't expect that. So I know every avenue we've chosen, if we've stuck with it long enough, it definitely starts to pay off. And if we choose Nextdoor, we're just going to have to put in the work. If we put in the work, it will pay off just like anything else, right?
100%. Absolutely. That's it.
All right. So thank you so much, JoEllen. This has been super helpful and appreciate you for jumping on last minute. You guys, we had another speaker lined up for today and JoEllen hopped on in for us. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you guys aren't following her, follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and obviously Nextdoor. She's always super helpful. Send her a DM if you have a question. She's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. Now I can't wait to see what you guys do. And let's do, hashtag Nextdoor famous and let's just get together at some point. I don't know.
I love it. I love it. All right. Bye, guys. Have a
Bye,
great
guys. Thank you.